Dun, 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 dun.
Well, it sounds like based on the synopsis, this thriller's going to go in a more mysterious direction, which is nice because it does kind of operate by familiar MarVista Entertainment thriller tropes. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with this studio, I've covered them extensively on this channel. They mostly do MarVista Entertainment. They're mostly known for TV films, probably stuff you'd see like on Lifetime or other channels. They do a couple other films, like they do a bunch of Christmas movies, that time of the year, maybe a month earlier, depending on the release. But they also do a lot of like romance films, a lot of comedy films. Their big one though is thrillers. They do a lot of thrillers, especially on the romantic side. This happens to fall into, or this particular film, Erasing His Dark Past or Erasing His Past, titled differently on IMDb and YouTube. YouTube says it's Erasing His Dark Past, and I kind of like that one a little better by throwing the dark word in because it makes it a little more ominous. But the familiar trope with these films of the good girl meeting the bad guy, there are consequences, that's kind of falling in here. But this happens to be, what's actually really the basis of the plot. But you're also seeing somebody kind of spiral out of control because of that. Very interesting. Again, very similar mechanics to what they operate with on the usual basis. But there seems to be, again, you'll see. Let's read the synopsis first. Karen Miller has it all. The perfect marriage, the perfect husband, the perfect life. But when her husband disappears on a business trip and is presumed dead, Karen's perfect life falls apart. She begins to realize that her perfect husband was not all he seemed. Very usual for films to, here's the question, is he really dead? I don't know. Well, I'm sure the trailer's going to find out, or going to tell us, I'll get to that in a minute, but usually the girl in this case happens to find out in the midst of the event that her husband was not all he was supposed to be, or her boyfriend, or whoever, and there are consequences that follow up. That's usually the mainstay, that she finds out in the midst of the relationship and then things go awry. Not usually posthumously. But again, is it? Did he die? Who knows? This film, I'm sure, will tell us. And like I've been saying with MarVista, for those of you who have not gotten used to this studio by now, they really are a very interesting studio. Again, they're very well known, I'm sure, for their thrillers, but they're also very infamously known for being the one movie studio that I've really ever seen that continues, to this day, no matter how much I call it out, to spoil their movies in their trailers. So you watch how long is this movie? This movie is about 90 minutes, 6 minutes shy of that. It will be condensed down to about 3 minutes. And there's your movie. They will lay out the entire plot for you, twists and all. Let's see if this goes in that direction. There's some exception, but namely with these romance films, this is the way it tends to go. So, Erasing His Dark Past. Let's see if this follows suit. Again, I don't know. We'll find out, I'm sure, for ourselves at the same time. We're going to go ahead and watch this first. We're going to talk about it more in my condensed review time while watching the video together. Okay, here we go.
When Jeff died, I thought I'd be alone.
That wasn't Jeff.
I know you and Annie are the best thing ever happened, isn't it?
So did she remarry?
Mom, it's David. He was in his client's plane, and the plane went down. He's dead, Annie.
I don't know how we're gonna get through this again. Hello.
Well, that'd be something they've got a kid, so there's a lot more baggage too.
You're 2 months behind on your payment.
Barbara, I don't have a mortgage. I paid it off 5 years ago.
Yes, but you took out a new mortgage early last year.
Did you get the 401k that I sent over?
Karen, the account is empty.
It was brought to my attention that you took out a very large life insurance policy. Is that true?
No, he took that out. I didn't know anything about that. I think David was his perfect husband, but what if he wasn't?
I had Joe check in with his friend at Vital Records about David's birth certificate. They couldn't find it. They did find a David Miller with your husband's birth date and social security number. He died 5 years ago.
David, he wasn't who he said he was. He thinks that David might have had another wife.
Excuse me.
What are you doing here?
I think you might have known my husband.
David Miller? Yeah, I thought I did.
Ooh.
Are you saying David's still alive?
David?
Sit!
Told you.
David! Oh, Annie, thank God you're okay.
Karen, it's me.
David, where's Annie? Tell me where she is or I'm calling the police right now.
Then you'll never see her again.
What do you want?
You have a very large sum of money coming in today. I will take it.
No, I'm not doing it until you give me back Annie.
Here we go.
I have your baby.
I took your money.
You don't know who you're messing with!
What do you want?
I want the money!
Well, he plays up rage very nicely.
Annie?
Karen!
That's like a bar. What, you spray him with water?
But you're just like all the rest!
I'm assuming there's a cleaning
Where is
spray.
she?
All the rest of what? Ooh. See? I told you, we know what happens. They tell you very early on. I mean, you have the trailer too where it's like, well, the person died. But then, the trailer maybe subtly implies that they're alive, or maybe they say it out overtly. But they don't tell you the destination of the film and where it goes. So basically, long story short, he had another wife, and I guess he's trying to clean up his mess, and then daughter hits him with a shovel. The end. The mom's of course traumatized from that. Now you know why. So they would make a sequel, which I don't think they will. But you see what I mean? It's just like it's utterly pointless to market films this way. I don't understand why they do it. It looks like a very well done film, but again, they continue to just lay out every single plot element for you, and it's like, come on, just do better. I think the acting by and large is great. I do think the rage acting is a bit over the top. I think the wide eyes and the fingers. I mean, obviously he's stressed. He wants his money. Although she was like, help me get out of debt with the money that you took from me, or that you put on my account and made me get in trouble. The guy just starts screaming at her. I don't know, it's a bit over the top. He's a nice looking guy, but again, looks can be deceiving when it comes to these MarVista movies. This is a very familiar MarVista film, but again, the whole death plot is different, so I'll give them that. I just really wish they would stop spoiling their movies. And of course, we have more MarVista films to look at in the future, so I'm sure we'll see plenty of more cases where this will, they will not have changed tune anytime soon at this point. It just does not happen. It hasn't happened, and I don't think it ever will. But I'll leave that up to, the films to actually determine in the future if that happens to be the case. But A Racing to Dark Past, again, I would prefer that they would keep some plot details under wraps, but it looks like a very well done MarVista movie. What do you guys think about it? Feel free to let me know down below. Don't forget to like stuff, like, subscribe, that bell. And of course, I said, more MarVista films sure to come. Until we get to that point, whatever film we get to watch next, whether it's from MarVista or something completely different, I will see you guys then. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Remember, fellow man. God bless. And peace.